Okay, good afternoon. Welcome. I'm sure we're going to have a small group today because we didn't do any marketing or didn't do any advertising to get people on the call. So it's just me and you guys. Actually, I got Justin here who was missing with us yesterday, but he's now back with us today. And I know everybody's getting ready for their Thanksgiving. So I know tomorrow is going to be a little challenging for a lot of people because it's a big travel day. So if you are traveling tomorrow, please be careful, be safe, get there on time because you know what these airports are like. And certainly Thursday, enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner. Think about us guys that are going to be working because we will be working to get things solved. So for the rest of you around the world, they're going to be either listening to this later or tomorrow. We will continue tomorrow with our calls in the morning starting, I believe it's the first one is up at AAP program, which is Kirk's going to be doing that call, followed by Jim. And I think that is 10 o'clock New York time, followed at 11 o'clock New York time. And then at 1 o'clock, we will be doing our midweek call. Now, the midweek call tomorrow could change a little bit what we originally had planned for it. And today is a little start for the training tomorrow. Midweek call tomorrow will be spending more focus on the banner side of the program. So what we're going to do today, guys, we're going to watch a couple of quick videos. Then we're going to most probably open up to any questions you have. We're going to give you a link that you can start to get to know these two programs. For those of you who don't understand what's the priority here, you know, everybody's got their own opinion of marketing, right? I mean, it's obvious. And everybody has a different direction of where they want to go with their own business, kind of common sense. That's why you have business owners. So what we're going to share with you today and tomorrow and Saturday is our direction where we believe we can go to accomplish our goal. Now, what we have to make really clear, guys, is I don't care what it takes, but my job, my mission is to get 50 million tickets sold, not just once, but have it so it's a standard in the industry in philanthropy. You know, modify from, you know, somebody know they got to go to church on Saturday and Sundays and tithe 10%, you know, or the new young generation that perhaps don't believe in things of giving back as such as the standard. They believe in giving without a doubt. But we want to get these individuals to understand, hey, you can play in a fun game. It's a raffle and you can participate because now 70% of what you're giving, you know, a majority of that 70% goes towards all kinds of different causes. This was not an overnight throw it together and, you know, wake up the next morning and say, okay, we're going to do a raffle. This was years of putting this together. Actuaries that cost me $40,000 at a time to get actuaries. We had 3 of them done total. We had a group of 100 people at one time doing surveys. We were paying them, I think at the time, $8 an hour to stand outside stores asking people questions. In other words, there was a lot of work and effort gone into this thing, and it is confusing. Avazoo Raffle until you understand it. Everybody on this call right now understands it. You understand the concept behind it. Yes, you have not seen the true motions of taking greed into good deeds. You haven't seen that yet. And we're hoping that that all starts in the first of the year where you will see local, God forbid we don't see any, but you see local fires, local floods, local farmers, people losing their crops, whatever it may be. And it goes inside the app, and we do exactly what it says. You get free entries, which is the greed side of it, of the company. You want as many of them entries as you can to increase your probability for sharing the story about something that needs help and needs support. So most of you on this call today already got that. There's no convincing. You wouldn't be here as many times as you are if you didn't believe in what our mission is. The problem is we've got a couple of thousand active people, of which there's a few hundred that are really involved. And then we've got the rest of the world. So how do we get people onto this to understand it and grasp it? So what we've done is we've re-looked at how do we get businesses to post? How do we get people involvement so they can find out more about Avazoo? And there's one obvious way to do that, and it's called money. And money does grow on trees, right? Or they say it does, because paper comes from the trees, and that creates money. However, I'm not sure nowadays because of cryptocurrency and everything else. But we are looking at our marketing budget of over $20 million to go out and spend on TV commercials, which we cannot do in most countries. And the reason being is every country has a gaming license. And then to have a gaming license, you can't have a raffle because there's no such thing as a raffle license. I know, because we spent a couple of years going to different countries and applying and spending all kinds of money, you know, $80,000 for the white license. Not once, we tried 3 separate times. So guys, the reason I'm telling you all this today on this particular training is to give a real footing to understand of what we're trying to do. So, you know, we don't want people to think that we've changed the company. You know, I've had a couple of people that have come back and said, why are we doing it? We had a particular individual that I've tried to reach on Saturday that asked about why are the changes. Well, if you get out of bed and do the same thing every day and nothing changes in your life and you still complain at the end of the day, then that's the next step to madness. Why would you even think about doing that? So for us to go out for another 6 months or a year, continue doing what we believe is the right market direction and not producing ticket sales. I mean, guys, we have some days where we do a couple of ticket sales and we go a week or 2 without ticket sales. So, you know, I don't hide anything from anybody. I hope, if anything, you appreciate me being upfront with you guys and tell you everything. What I can tell you to date, every single penny that has come into Avazoo for a ticket sale, not one single penny has ever been spent, just in case one day we weren't able to accomplish our goal. So the 30% that the company, we've never touched it, period. So it's all sits in the fiduciary account, the attorney account, before going over to the paymaster. So guys, that's how we are. So if I don't tell you the facts, then you're going to just say, oh, that's another BS story. Or forgive me, ladies, for using the word BS. But you would rather know it. If we're going to go and play together, we're going to go and be on the same team together, let's know the facts. So the facts is we're not selling tickets. And we believe we've accomplished, we've noticed an increase of about 65% of people that do understand that there's a free daily, weekly, monthly game that now buy the ticket. That was the big problem. People weren't buying the tickets because there was no time frame. You know, we got people on this call, whether it's now or later tonight, got the same issues. We had emails off of people yesterday, and because we blocked some accounts last week, you know, because we blocked them, we re-emailed them and let them know they've been blocked. We had people say, well, you know, we've been waiting for this for 2 years. Listen, you know, things don't happen overnight, especially when you're building something like what we're going to accomplish. Not try, we're going to accomplish. So guys, this is important for you to understand this as we move forward. So we are redirecting our energy to just get eyeballs, because $20 million cannot, and it is not even available to go and spend on advertisers. We have multiple investors that would like to jump on board, but every investor wants to see a pattern, meaning that they want, and by the way, guys, just so you know, again, very upfront with as many people as I can. An investor wants to get involved and take a big chunk. If you need $5 million and it's a risk, they're not looking for $5 million back with 10%. They're looking for multiple ownership percentage, things of that nature. And I most probably have created the problem, because when I designed this and put this together, I never wanted one individual to ever own more than 5%. And there was a reason for that, because eventually down the road, I'm not going to be here, and there'll be a young board of directors that are running this, and we wouldn't want somebody to vote on it and change the procedure. Instead of 70% going to a cause, you know, all of a sudden somebody says, oh no, we want to take 50% go to the cause, and the other 20% we want to go to profits to pay the investors. So we created it, it was my concept idea, but worked together with a team of people, got advice from a lot of great people to say, hey, how do we protect this in the future, especially if we go IPO? IPO meaning initial public offering, which means now everything is regulated through the company, the offerings, the profit sharings, the stock, and everything else. And that is a direction we're going. So we locked it at 5%. So it definitely has created a challenge when it comes to investment money. People aren't going to go and put money in and say, okay, well, I'm going to give you $5 million to start your marketing campaign, but I need you to give me back $60 million or $100 million. And these guys ask these crazy numbers. If you're investors out there, forgive me, I don't mean to be rude to you, and you're entitled to have it. You're the ones putting up the big money for something that's not a proven track record. So, God bless you and good luck to you. However, with Avazoo, we're not going to change our pattern. It's not about money to us. It's about doing the course. So, guys, what we've done is we've revamped things in the back end. So it's not the same madness every day. And one of the things we have had the ability to do is got a lot of friends, a lot of people in different businesses that have kind of stepped up and said, Dave, we're with you. We'll support you. So this community app that we're building, which is an independent company, is owned and it's incorporated in the UK. It doesn't have any connection to a lottery or a raffle or gambling or anything of that nature. Now we can now run advertisement as well as our documentary. You see, the reason we all done the documentary, guys, and you didn't know you was going to get on this information on this call, but the reason we're doing the documentary was because companies or countries, inside them countries, companies, businesses have to follow the country guidelines. So if you go to, say, BBC News and you want to run on their network, or BBC channel, should I say, and you want to run on their network, and they look up the guidelines and says, okay, well, you're a gaming entity, so where's your gaming license? And if we're not licensed in the UK, then we can't advertise in the UK, so on and so on. The documentary was never about advertising. It was about a story on how to get there. Now, I want to tell you something exciting here. A friend of a friend, and we'll just leave it at that right now, is in verbal conversation, that means not contract, with Netflix to do a story on us. Now, I don't know where it's going to go, but that would solve a lot of our problems, because Netflix would put it out as a series, and all of a sudden, then it's seen around the world. So guys, when you're sleeping, I'm telling you, I'm still working, whether it's I'm sleeping, thinking of concepts and ideas. We're always trying to get to the goalpost, and we know it's not easy. We knew taking this on, it wasn't going to be easy. It's a huge challenge, and I've definitely gone through a lot of personal relationships and separations, and friends, lost a lot of friends over this who think I'm kind of crazy, keep doing it. However, we will do it. It's just a matter of time. So what we're going to show you today is a couple of the concepts that we believe is going to get eyeballs into this new community type app that has multiple different factors on it. I think we're up to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm going to show you either today or tomorrow. And then, but I think we're most probably close to 25. And some of you might have some great ideas of an app or something that can help people that will go into this community. And then, you don't have the financing or the capability to get your product going. So inside this community app will allow people to come forward. We can share with them, and all of our members can share it, and it's always going to be a free download. So guys, that's kind of getting you close to the idea, so that we build this community out, i.e. why it was called rewards ripple. We want it to ripple. We want it to keep going. And when you throw a stone in the water, it creates a ripple, and it just keeps going across the whole lake. Rewards, because we want to give you rewards. And the word solutions as the full company name is because we want to come up with solutions for people. So hopefully, guys, it's given you a little bit better idea of the concept of what we're going to do. So I'm going to give you guys, I don't even know who's on here today. So who's on, Justin? We've got our regular wonderful people, I hope. Are you with me, Justin? He's gone. No, he's
yes,
not.
I am.
Is it our regulars on here? I don't see anything right now because my screen's up and changed.
Yes, yeah, we do have actually a bunch of our regulars, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, guys, I'm going to give you a little bit of a treat today, and then we'll go to where we're going to go. But I want you to understand this whole concept does not change Avazoo. Instead of getting 1,000 eyeballs coming to a meeting on a Saturday, what we want to do is get tens of thousands coming to this new app concept on a hourly, daily basis that have the chance to see Avazoo and then say, hey, I'm in here. I want to participate in that. So I showed you a drawing the other day online that is close to the one I have up here. But I'm going to go to this one first because this is a form of training. So you guys are getting a general idea. Then we'll come back to the computer screen in a minute. But guys, that's what this is about. This is to say, okay, we haven't succeeded the way we're going. Have we done a great job? Amen. God bless. We've done a fantastic job to get where we are with the amount of money we spent. This year, we're right at about $700,000 is what we spent so far this year. So it's a lot better than previous years. And we got ticket sales. Between ticket purchase and reserve tickets, we sit currently around 226,000. It sounds like a beautiful high number, 226,000. However, we still got to get to 50 million. And out of that 226,000, major majority are reserve tickets that don't realize that the game, they can play in the game, which we're getting ready to start hitting all them people up. They can play in the daily game, weekly game, and monthly game for free. The reason we haven't done that, guys, just so you know, again, very transparent with all of you, all the people that reserved their ticket. I don't know if you remember it, at one time when you guys signed up, there was a little tick box that you could reserve your ticket. So we run about 226,000 total. Were reserved and paid tickets. And we want to go out to all of those additional people and say, okay, now it's time to pay. And this is why you want to pay, is because you can play in the daily, the weekly, and monthly games. Problem was 4 or 5 weeks ago, we spotted, just like you spotted, there's a problem with the game. And we kept testing the software and we kept going through it and we had independents do it. And I mean, me and Paul and Justin and Roy and a few others must have spun that wheel 10,000 times by now. And I don't think I'm exaggerating, between us trying to find the problem. You saw it, we saw it. We were trying to address it. And then, of course, not having the internet issues like some other people do in other countries, or not looking to hit respin, we find the problem. So that helped us, but we couldn't go out to all these other people and say to them, hey, let's start marketing, selling tickets, so that they then invite their friends to start building the entries. If the game didn't work, all we're going to do is get a worse name than what we already have. So I don't know if this is making sense to you. And guys, if I'm talking, you're not grasping it, I'm sorry. I'll spend whatever time I can to help you understand what we're doing. It's always better to play on a field knowing what the game is. And you now know that the objective of why, quote, changing the program, why do we change it? It's very simple. We want to sell tickets. That's it. And if you want us to stick with the same as what we done last week, last month, last year, then we're not going to sell tickets. And most probably I'm going to be dead before we even get to 1 million tickets, because it's going to take that much time. So that doesn't work. So what's the revisit? So the first thing I'm going to do, I hope, Justin, let me know if the camera even... do I have to go out on here and then come back in with the camera setting? I think I do.
Should be able to swap in the settings still.
Really? Is that the right one, or we don't know yet?
Not yet. We're just... There we go.
And that's definitely a little wonky, isn't it?
It's a little slanted, yeah.
All right, guys, bear with us as we fix this slightly so we can help everybody understand a little bit more. Let me move that to a different monitor where I can perhaps see it. I hope all you guys aren't laughing your heads off out there, but let me see. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to kind of go that way, right? Is that better, Just?
Yeah, much better.
You got it there?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, guys, you all know me, so I don't kind of mess around. Obviously, it's my scribble. I'm not a teacher. I don't write on boards. So let's not worry about this right now. Let's blank this off at the moment. So the banners, and I'm going to show you this on the screen. So the banners we're talking about, it's going to have several different boxes, okay? So you're going to go to Avazoo website, okay? From the Avazoo website, there's a particular link that will go over to the informational page. So when you're sitting to somebody about the banners, that you'll be able to take them there, or you'll be able to send somebody there from a lead, or you can have the link in there and it sends them to there. Now, we're going to show, we originally said $4.99, okay? From research, and I know there's a lot of people are going to say, but that doesn't work in my country, okay? First of all, you don't know what that person's going to get, and you really and truthfully don't know how the program is. So please hold back any input, as in your input in your head, to say, no, it's not going to work. Because if you say no now, it's going to be no tomorrow, and you don't know yet how it works. So the full total package for a business at the moment is going to be $399, $95, or $99, basically $400, okay? From there, through an introductory program, and remember, you get 50% of the commission, okay? So you want it as high as you can get. Can we give enough product, enough program that the business is willing to pay? So right now, it's going to be $399, $99, or $95, and you're going to get 50%. However, we're going to give you a sliding scale, okay? That sliding scale goes up to 50% off of that. So 50% off that brings it down to $200, right? So what we're going to say is you can adjust it here. You know, the scale is going to go along, or you can adjust it here, which is 75% off. So we're going to let the actual sales rep, I don't know if that's the right word, sales rep, the affiliate, the partner, we're going to let you guys adjust. Bottom line to the deal is there is $200 that it cannot go below. So it can't go below $200. Out of that $200, you get $100. The company gets $100 to pay for all the bandwidth. We're not even trying to make, no, it's not true. We have to make money to pay for bandwidth. We're looking for this. All the people that get into that app so they can find out about Avazoo, click on the button, read some testimonials, and then go from there and buy a ticket. That's our focus. That's all we have. Yours as independents may be focused on that to win the $1 billion and help get the ticket sales. But to get there, you might need to have a vehicle, meaning money, to let you do other advertisement counts. This is your advertisement. So the way it's going to break down, at the moment, we have not yet 100%, but we believe it's going to be 5 kilometers. It's going to be the basic program. Okay, 10, 25, and 50 kilometers. Now, I don't know who's on the call, but let's pick a city. Let's say Manhattan. For those of you who don't know Manhattan, Google it, go and see. Manhattan, in 5 kilometers, you can get most probably 5 million people, maybe more. I haven't Googled it, but Manhattan's very compressed, high-rise buildings. Go to Manila in the Philippines. For those who are watching the call, listening to the call here from Philippines, I'm going to give you an education. Philippines isn't a third world country. Okay, there are parts of Philippines that are third world countries. Still don't have running water, still don't have electricity, everything else. But if you're in Manila, there are more high rises, combined to Boston, New York, and Chicago. Okay, when you take the Manila metropolitan Manila area. So when you think about that high rise, just go and Google it and see it yourself. You'll see it's massive. So in the Philippines, these prices we're talking about, we've not had no rejection, and Gigi's been working with business people out there to find out what they'd be willing to spend, knowing all of the program. So the basic is going to be 5 kilometers. Now, if you're in, say, Kenya, and you're out in one of the towns outside, most probably you wouldn't get a lot in 5 kilometers. You might have to go 50 kilometers. So each one of these is going to be an add-on of a price, okay? Your basic is $1 per day, $6 per week, $20 per month, 28-day cycle. That's for that. That's for the banners to be inside the app, of the Avazoo app that can get posted. Now, if they want the supporter link, it's 50% of whatever the program is. So if they wanted the supporter link and the banners, it would cost them $1.50 per day. If they wanted to have the banner and supporter link for the week, it wouldn't be $6, it'd be $9. If they wanted it for the month, it wouldn't be $20, it'd be $30. And you get 50% of that. So every time the company bumps up, you're bumping up as well. Now, if they wanted to go out 10 kilometers, this price will increase. If they want to go out 25 kilometers, this price will increase. More volume, more eyeballs, more people. So that's the kind of basic. Okay, so they will come to this page and they'll say, okay, I want the weekly one, I want 25 kilometer one, and I want this program, this program, this program, this program. Or they'll look at the combined program and say, well, hang on, I want to take the whole package because this adds up over here $1,600 a month, and I can get all of it for $399. Now, guys, I don't want to confuse you. I'm talking 2 things here. There's from here to the end of the year. This is going to go live December 1st, okay? And that will stay in place for the whole month of December. The additional packages, these add-ons, they will start being added from January onwards. Some are coming out in January, some are coming out in February, some are coming out in March, some are coming out in June of next year, okay? So we don't want to over-confuse you completely what's going to happen. Now, the way it would happen is as soon as they make a payment from that link, they will come over, go to the payment, make their dollars. From there, they will fill in the banner information, the location, the longitude, latitude. They will do their own banner. Okay, so they put their banner up, they put their own web link in there, they sign up, and they're going to put your affiliate code number in there. Okay, that affiliate code number goes in there. Now, I'm very cautious. If you get to know me, truly get to know me as a friend, I do not, I don't like the taking from Peter to give to Paul when it comes to commission, okay? If you put your effort forward and you've been the individual that's made the phone call, followed through, done everything, and somebody else steals that commission, that upsets me, to say the least. And it's not for me, I'm talking about for everybody, all my team and everybody. So, but there are certain things we can do, and there's certain things we can't do. So we're going to take on our website or in the CRC, all new people for that month that are signed up are going to get posted. So if you look at one of them and says that's Diners Pizza, New York City, and you know that was you that contacted them because they never put in the referral code, okay, then what's going to happen is you'll have the opportunity to go to help desk and say to us, hey, this is my pizzeria or whatever it's going to be. We don't have any other way to do it. And we know the problem in network marketing. People jump ships and do all kinds of things. And, oh, that person's supposed to be under me. We're not going to play that game, guys. This is a truly huge opportunity. I can tell you there are 5, since we've started, there are 5 big boys on the line. Okay, all they're going to do is see this whole thing happen, and they are done. Subway, 37,000 locations, 35 locations out of 67,000 worldwide locations. The reason it's only 35,000, they are run by corporate. even though they're owned by franchisees, but the corporate do all their marketing for them, which creates them that they can spend up to $500 in marketing fees. They don't need to explain to the franchise. The person that's got the potential of Burger King, Jollibee, I think it's called, or Jolly, whatever it is, out in the Philippines, which is also Panda Express. There's a group of them. That individual has got that is very promising. And that's actually Gigi brought that one to the table. So guys, we have some great opportunities here. This commission at $100 a month may not be enough for you to work on as full time. And please don't go and give me that old story. There's nothing in my town, or there's nothing in my country. You know, we've already got that. Somebody this last Saturday said, "Oh, well, that's too expensive in my country." Well, does that, you know, the World Wide Web was so we could go around the world instantly and talk to people. You know, from WhatsApp to Skype to Signal to Telegram to everybody today is on all of those. You don't even need a phone to call around the world. You can get them from Telegram. Just ask them for the phone number, put it in, and it'll usually show you, oh, they're connected to Signal, they're connected to Telegram, they're connected to WhatsApp. So now you don't even have to make long-distance phone calls. You know, we get the same story often from a country out of Africa. I'm not going to say names. Well, we can't join calls, and we can't do this, and we can't outbound call, and we don't have internet. If you're going to make excuses that make sense. Don't make excuses that, oh, I can't reach people in other countries because of this. If you want to do this, you can do it. It's that simple. So when it comes to $100 per restaurant, you might get a chain that could only be 10 restaurants, but that's $1,000. That's $1,000. The sale's done once, and now it's a customer that just keeps repeating and repeating and repeating. So guys, really think about what the tools you have. So that's how it's going to be. Goes over. They're going to change the banners so they can swap out daily their banner. You can go to their menu or whatever, and it will show up inside the app. So that's the banner side of it. The app side that we're going to talk about next is these first two top ones. These are something that I designed, and I leased it to AppTech Gateway. There was a particular reason. We won't go into all the details why, but I designed that a long time ago, and I leased that to AppTech Gateway. So that's actually owned to me, and it's white licensed out to AppTech Gateway. The Magic Game is the same scenario. It is not owned by AppTech Gateway. When you click on it, it takes you out of the AppTech Gateway. Even though they've got a white license to use it, that's owned by me. So because we have both of those that I own, I designed, I invented, and truly it's an I, it's not a we, okay? Then we got Be Aware, and we got our supporters link, and then we got Avazoo. Directly under that, we got a couple of other ones which will come at the first quarter of the next year. So what we're going to look at today, right now, is the match it, and we're going to look at the phone ringers. Justin, have we got any questions at this stage? Are we on the right track? I guess that means we're on the right track. I don't know. Are we back?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Are we on the right track, Justin? Is everything, any questions come up anywhere?
No questions, just a lot of positive and encouraging comments. I think everyone's really excited for this opportunity. And yeah, it's been fun looking at all the comments while you were going through the whiteboard presentation.
Cool. Okay. Guys, I'm not very photogenic, so forgive me for not having the right appearance up on the whiteboard, and forgive me for my scribble, but it's just the way I am. So you either hate me or love me. I prefer to be loved rather than hated. Anyway, let's move on to this screen, and we are going to go through the couple of quick videos so you guys have got a general idea. So screen share, boom, and volume turned on. And then we're going to actually get you guys over here with a link in a minute that Justin will put on here to do that. So if I start sharing, am I good?
Yep, we can see it.
Right. So, guys, I know you can most probably, I think it's Control F11. Right. So, does that make it full screen? You're better now, right, you guys?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, cool. And don't you even think about saying, Kirk, anything about a haircut. I've also looked at you, my dear friend. So we're going to quickly talk about this. I'm going to play the video first so you can do it, because this is become a lifeline is important. Guys, I will most probably tell you straight up that how many of you today know phone numbers that you can remember? Now, if you're as old as I am, and you go back to the 1990s and the 1980s and the 1970s, when the first mobile phone come out, you know, it was a brick phone in a suitcase. It was Motorola was the first suitcase phone, and then it followed up with a brick mobile phone from Motorola. Anyway, my point being is, in them days, we would walk around and we would remember hundreds of phone numbers, literally hundreds. If you say to a kid today, what I call a kid, a 20-year-old, forgive me, I shouldn't call you that, but a young man or young lady, and say to them, hey, can you give me 10 phone numbers from your memory? The answer is they can't do it. They most probably know their brothers and sisters, most probably mums and dads, only because they kind of have to. And then after that, they get lost in phone numbers. And I would even tell you guys who are on the call here, you most probably, your memory's gone just like all of the rest of us, where we don't capture that phone number because we have what they call a smartphone. And in the smartphone, it's got all of the different numbers. And by the way, guys, little sense of humor here for English. When I got my smartphone several years ago, it completely fooled me. I thought by getting a smartphone, I would become smarter, but I actually haven't. By using that smartphone, I've become more dumber because I don't remember phone numbers. I don't look on a map. All the things the smartphone does is created me not to be as smart, just general speaking. So anyway, look at this. You need a lifeline to activate your phone. So quickly watch this video and you'll see where I'm going from here.
Become a lifeline to your friends and family with Help a Friend. Portal app users can share a special code with their most trusted contacts, which allows the contact to send a lost-in-car signal to ring a friend's phone. The lost phone then rings a loud alert, then plays an audio recording with instructions of what to do if someone has found the phone. Excuse me, Mr. Driver. Hello, Mr. Driver. My owner just got out of your car and left me behind. Also, when the lost phone's alert is activated, its lock screen will show the Portal app user's profile photo, an alternate phone number to call, and email address. After you've downloaded the portal, there's no need to register again. All you need to do is log into the app with your newly created credentials from your registration. Check out our YouTube channel where you'll find the AppTech Portal how-to videos.
Okay, so where we're fortunate, guys, here is because of AppTech using this, we've got the privilege of all these videos that we haven't got to redo. There's no necessary reason to do it. So Help a Friend is very simply ring my phone and find my phone when it's lost. This is a free app, and it will always be a free app for anybody to use. It's designed, in our particular design, was to generate people to download the app so they could use other features. This was several years ago. We're going to use that same process to generate people to download the RRS app. Okay, so that's the concept behind it, right? So this website I'm on currently, we're going to give you that link, but you must remember, it's going to say get the free app. It's not going to take you there, but we'll give you this site in a few minutes so you can go to it and then you can see what's going on. Now, the next one, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this site, which is the magic game. So we're going to watch this quick video now.
Hi, thank you for wanting to find out more information about our new game, Match It. We're very excited to add this to our AppTech portal, as it'll be a life-changing experience for many. As you know by now, everything inside the portal is free to you, the user. However, not only is this free, but you can also win money for free. So we're very excited about our new Match It game, mainly because not only can you win money for yourself, but you'll also be playing for a national cause like Aid Found, a recent recognized natural disaster foundation, Operation Smile, Route 91 for the recent Las Vegas shooting victims, or any of the others that you can pick from our list. And when you win, 50% goes to that charitable organization, and 50% goes to you and your lifelines. Now, in addition to winning money for you, you'll be able to add your own personal fundraising group or church organization, where every time you win, they'll win money.
Right. So I'm going to stop there, guys, intentionally. So the Match It game that you're seeing, everything you will see in my life from 2004 onwards has been designing or trying to design something that is going to give back. That was the time in my life when my life changed. And I've just been devoted to trying to make some changes in the world. This app, this Match It game, that means every one of you that participate, whether it's Girl Scouts, cookies that you're doing from, I just don't know what you have in your country, and I apologize, but whether it's a sporting event trying to raise some money, we have a band group up in Michigan that uses the Match It game to raise money for band equipment for their school. So when you play in the app, you're going to play, and you're now going to win points, not cash. But the other side of it means the charity and your charity will win cash. So there's a couple of reasons we're doing that, and we'll explain why as we get closer to the kickoff. But anyway, just so you know, you can add your own charitable organization as well. So when you're playing, you're playing for yourself, you're playing for the charity, and then you're playing for your own personal charity. And then additionally to that, any of your lifelines that come in, when they play, if they win, your foundation gets money. Anyway, let's continue.
Too. That's right. Let's say this week you're the lucky winner of $1,000, and you picked Cancer Society to play for. Then $500 would go to Cancer Society as a donation with your name attached, and $500 would stay in your lifeline payout. We call this I Play, We Win. It's our belief that this game could easily become the greatest fundraising program ever designed, as it will always be growing in size and will always be ongoing. The reason for this is when you download the initial app, you're required to add 3 personal contacts as your lifeline, just in case you lose your phone or get into an emergency situation where you may need help. These are people that you know, trust, and remember their phone number, as they'll be the ones that activate your phone when needed. However, when they download the app and add their 3 lifelines, they'll automatically fall into your lifeline tree, which means when your friends win, you win too. But it even gets better, because the personal fundraising organization you've chosen, every time your lifeline wins, your fundraising foundation group wins too. And what's even more amazing is when you continue adding friends or your current lifeline adds new friends, it keeps automatically growing with 3 new lifelines each time, and nobody has to pay any money to use the app or play in the game. It truly is a win-win-win situation.
So, guys, very little information on this. Sorry. We'll send you the links for this. You're not going to be able to download the app from here. So just so you know, but we will send this to you, and there's some other videos on it so you can grasp. Now, you must remember, AppTech Gateway is not the company. In fact, that company is no longer looking or doing any business. It doesn't need to for the situation what we've already got into. So all of the stuff we're talking about is white licensing the product to the new company. But the white license is not coming from AppTech, it's coming directly from me to the new company, because it was stuff that I white licensed to AppTech Gateway. AppTech Gateway in relationship I was am CEO of that company, a little different environment of that company, and I am with Avazoo, just so you know. It has and most probably will stay inactive for a long time to come because of our choices and what we want to do. There's one more thing we wanted to share with you that we'll be talking about a lot tomorrow, which is the order tracker. Now, what we're going to ask you to do, if you get the chance, and we'll get you these domain names, but it's freeordertracker.com. There's about a 12-minute video there that is well worth watching to really grasp what it is. So when I put it on, I'm going to jump it forward. I'm going to mute that out. So it shows you how to establish an account. But what it really shows you is when you move forward is how does the order tracker work? So when people click on it, this was the app side. I showed this very briefly on Saturday, but it can tell you in real time. This program is very, very special. Okay, and I'll give you an example. Nobody needs to have the money to build an API or build an app. It can all be used inside our device. So you could be a hairdresser, an independent hairdresser in a beauty salon that you want to reach out to your customers with directions and product. It can work in so many different avenues, and it is totally free with our organization to use. So again, we built this one because we could see there were so many people having problems with the pandemic. People weren't trusting people with restaurants. The restaurants weren't being used. People were dropping off because they worried about COVID getting attached. This now means businesses that have got any type of product to ship, they can take a video camera, like this is requesting right now that they want to get an insert of the picture of what they're cooking. This is what this video goes on and talks about. So this goes on here, and then it's uploaded. The store hits send, and then it shows up on the app where it is, and it tells you the time, the seconds, everything. So if you get a chance, go through it. Obviously, this is different. This was designed for the pandemic, so we'll be doing a brand new video on what this would do for everybody in the business. Now, I want to go back to Match It just for a minute. So the link we're going to give you, Justin, do you want to get that link ready for them? But don't give it to them yet, because if they start to download it, what's going to happen is we're going to lose them on here, and we're coming up on time anyway. So guys, what we're going to do is going to go quickly into Match It. So when you get in here, so please pay attention as much as you possibly can. There is a tutorial when you sign in, and it requires you to do certain things. The first thing you want to do when you sign up is make sure you use your email address you're using in Avazoo, because when you play and Match It, you get entries, and we want people to start getting used to the Match It game so they can share with people what to do. So the first thing is when you sign up, it's going to require you to go through certain requirements. One of them is to set up Help a Friend. What a Help a Friend is, there is a tutorial, so you can see tutorial or you can set up now. So when you click see tutorial, it comes up and it's going to tell you bingo, 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 so on and so on and so on. All right. So remember, there is a tutorial on everything you do in here put together, and it's also available in certain sections in Spanish. So I'm going to set up now. Then what you're going to do is set up Ring Now. Okay, I'm going to set up Ring Now. So there is a passcode. I highly, 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 highly recommend you keep it simple till you get to know it, and then change it afterwards. The reason being is there are certain characters, we call them friends, that might decide to play a little trick on you, okay? Which means you're sitting down watching TV at nighttime or having dinner with a spouse, or you could be watching a game, and all of a sudden your phone rings and it's your friend, because remember, they have access at all times to activate your phone. when I started this call, you guys most probably were saying, well, what's he talking about? People remembering phone numbers. So if you put friends in here that you do not remember the phone numbers, what happens is if you lose your phone because it's in your phone book, then you're not going to remember to call that friend to say, activate my phone. So please, please be very cautious. Number one, till you get used to it, put in 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, something simple. Once you've got used to it, it's all set up and what you want to do, then you can change your PIN number at any time and only give it to the friends you know you're going to call. But you can do lots of things now. None of the stuff inside the app works until 3 friends approve your device. So that's the way it was designed, okay? So it's going to let you play in the magic game one time for 1 week. And if you want to continue playing, you must have 3 friends in your help a friend. Okay, that 3 then should create 3 more and so on and so on. You can pick, but it's the siren direct. You can pick short siren. You can pre-record your own message. You can play the existing one so you can see it. You can pretty well do anything you want just by seeing it in here. Once that's all done, you'll be able to move on to the next section, which is, and along the bottom, it explains it again here. Once you hit save, that's saved. Now, you add your trusted contacts. While you're doing this, add a few more than you need. As you add them, it will tell you you're going to go through, you're going to put your name in there. So you're going to go hit the plus sign. It's going to go into your, whoever it is. So it could be that one. It's going to go in there. It's put the number in there. It's got the phone number in there, United States, and I hit save. I can do that. So now that's gone through and you're going to add more and more you want to do. Once you do that, look what it says. Return to the app. You will now be taken to your device's messaging app. That means it takes you from here to your own phone to send out your invitation. So you wouldn't send it from here due to the fact is somebody's going to say, who the heck is sending me that message? So it's going to go to your phone, okay? And then you'll see a message in the messaging system that you hit send, and it will then send the message to your friend, and then it will bring you back to the app. So my problem is when I do that now, I'm on an emulator. It's not going to take me to that next level. It sent me the message over there to that contact, but I've got to go to my phone to actually send it out. Then you can add another one, another one, another one, so on and so on, okay? So that's how you do help a friend. You must set that up first. You must go in and do help a friend. Please watch the tutorials. Don't waste any time. The app is no longer in the app store. It came down about a year ago. We bought it down because we didn't need it no more. We use what they call an APK file, and you'll be able to use that file. So the first thing you can do is you're going to set it up. Now, once you come to the magic game, don't do what the first thing is. Everybody's going to rush out and want to play in the game. Don't do that. I'm asking you, I'm begging you, don't do it. Because if you don't go along to the bottom of the app that you see along the bottom here, you won't be able to understand what's going on. So like if you want to share this app with somebody, the magic game, you can click on share. It takes it into your device. Your device then says you can enjoy it and share it with your friends. You can do that and you can build your downline. We call it winning line, but it's your downline. Most of you think of network marketing. It's got English and Spanish in there. So if I click over to Spanish, it is all in Spanish. So the Spanish community is already covered. However, what it will do, sorry about this. What it will do is there's a little plus sign right there. When you open that plus sign, it brings up everything you got in your different features. Hard to see through this mobile, this program we're on right now, going through a Zoom call or as it's called, this is challenging. But you'll see exactly what it is. I'm at $9,823. I've won in my winning line. Then my own personal charity and the charity I played for. and then it tells you how many people are playing in my line right now. So when I go in here, my top 10 players, 2 people. So I've got Jason Uziak playing today and Julie Gromes are playing today in my winning line. They win today, I win money, okay? So you can see how it does. So there's the daily game, the weekly game. I have right here 1,331 and then 1,475 people in my downline or winning line, as you call it. So this is all created by just inviting 3 people that help, ring my phone. That 3 invite 3 more. So it leaves the app and it tells and it breaks it down. I can look at a level 2. I can look at level 3. You can go down, obviously, again, the 3 people invited the phone and how much money we've won, just so you know how that works. So we're going to wrap the call today on the way that basically you've got a general idea of the Magic game. For those of you who don't know, one of the key things is to look down on the bottom of the cup and you'll have the opportunity to pick. So you've got weekly and daily games. So if you're playing in the daily game, the weekly game is a little bit different. So the daily game, it's going to say, well, you win $1 for that. Remember, you're playing for charity. So $10. So I can tell you for a fact, the smaller numbers come in more often than the bigger numbers do. So if I want to win that one, I'm going to pick on that one. That's the one I like. I'm going to get $500. So I close out this one. I go to my daily game. I open up the daily game. Oh, I've already started it. Sorry, I've already played. Hang on, let me see if that one works. So I've already got 9 here on this doing. Now it's going to show me the advertising.
October 4th is the 20th anniversary of World Smile Day, and there are tons of ways to get involved. Join us to help put a smile on someone's face.
Right, so that's where the advertisers pay us money, and then the money goes into the game. That's where that's all going to change over the next few weeks, where the points are going to come, and the advertisers now are going to pay us a different amount of money that we're going to be able to put out for commissions and stuff like that. So number 7 is right there. So if number 7 wasn't there and it was another number, it would take me back to the advertiser. In this particular case, I click on it, congratulations. So now I've got one of my colored codes already going in. So I'm trying to get that pattern. So guys, it's really simple. You're just trying to match the pattern. And of course, you've got the daily and the weekly game in there to do that. So go along. You can click on other things in here like profile. Where's your profile? What the winnings is, your lifetime tree, how many people you got in there, what charities you play for. So I'll open up a window and tell you can play for, which charity. You can put in your own charity. So it talks about it. Again, guys, it's all to do with giving back. That's how I done it. It's got the rules in there. Most of you won't read the rules, but try to. And you do want to make sure you keep your notifications on, because it will remind you every hour you have a new number to come up to play. Once you get in the habit, you can always turn that off. But remember, the number only comes up for that hour. So if I go in here like now and I just played this number, the next number that will come up is going to be at 2 p.m. and that 10 a.m. will disappear. And the next one will come up 3 p.m. and that 11 disappear. And then it goes back and it goes across. It just keeps going around and around like the round robin. And it goes up hour by hour. But the number's only good for an hour, so you guys know. Now, what we're going to do, which we're praying that this is the right decision, Justin is going to go ahead and send you a link that we are going to use. And I want you to be very careful, because this is typical of what people try to do. So it's no longer in the App Store. Again, that's our decision. We took it out. We had 100% on everything what they liked. But when you go in here, don't just start clicking around, because that implies it's for this app. Okay, so it's an old version. The reason that you've got to go this way is because we got new stuff in there and we want it to work. So this in itself may not work on all of your phones out there. We're trying to get a few of you to understand it, get into the game, know what's going on. please do me a favor. Make sure you set your phone for as it goes through. It's going to require your location. The reason being is if you lose your phone, it's got to find it. So if you're one of these people that turn off your location, it is not going to work. It's like having a car, but you don't put any gasoline in it. It can't drive anywhere. Okay. So you guys have got to let it have its course of finding out what it does. So if you lose your phone, we have sites that you can go to and you can track where your phone goes, whether it's going down the road in the back of a car, or you've had it on mute and you've left it in your handbag and you're saying, honey, have you seen my phone? Well, no, call it. No, I can't. It's on mute. Well, why did you have it on mute? You know how that conversation goes. Now you just get hold of your husband's phone or spouse's phone and you just reactivate your phone, and you make that sound go back up. The light flashes, nothing else. So just remember, it may not work on all versions. Just so you know, I want to make sure it's covered, because as of August 26th, it's now the older version. That's last time. So when you go to download the app, make sure you download the app, okay? So as you can see it right here, this is your download of the app. The other links are advertisement. So please be careful. Come down, look at it. There it is right there. So you can download the app from there itself, okay? Now, that link we're going to give you, Justin, can you go ahead and just put the APK Pure in there? This site, guys, so you know, I'll open another window, is a site that every developer, we use this site to get APK files out so that we can test them with people, because the Play Store and iOS is absolutely horrible. They make you do all kinds of things. So we use these when we're testing apps. So be careful. Even though you might be able to get the new versions of things in here, if you download it, it could break something else. So remember, this is a developer site for testing apps. I don't want any of you saying, oh, I see there for my bank, Capital One, I'll go and download Capital One or Netflix, and then it won't work. It might be because in this stage here, it is a new program and you're trying to download it and you're still tied together with the old platform. So I just want to put that disclaimer out there, but you can go through and look at other things. Justin's give you the link for the app itself. So please, the only thing I'm really, really asking you is take your time on the instructions as you go down and do it. Follow through. We want you to get into the app. Hopefully your phone will take that model of the app. Use your email address, which is part of Avazoo. So it's the same one. Otherwise, it won't register for your free entries. You can play the Magic game each day and get free entries. You can participate and you can start to get to know how that app works, because we're going to be using that feature, Ring the Phone, in RRS. So does anybody have any questions? If not, we're going to call it a wrap for the day, and I'm going to move on to the next meeting. So Just, do we have any questions? Has that helped anybody, you think?
I think so. I'm just taking a look right now to see if we have any questions. Henry did ask, are we getting the app today? But that was before you mentioned the link. So yeah, Henry, the link's in the chat box for that. And then we did have a question from Julie as well, too. That seems to be the only two questions I see.
And what was Julie's question?
She said, if I use the Magic game through the AppTech Gateway app, do I need to do anything now?
Yeah, that's a tough. Julie, did you get my message from this morning? Hopefully she did. No, she hasn't looked at it. Make sure you listen to my message this morning, Julie. But anybody that downloads the app, goes in and you're using the correct email address, if you play in the Magic game, you will get your entries in your Magic game, will show up in your dashboard so you can see that they're there. So Julie, in your case, go and listen to the message I sent you early this morning, please. Okay, what was the other question you have from, did you say Henry?
Yeah, Henry just wants to know if we are getting the app today.
Oh, well, you've just got the link to download, Henry. Now it's down to whether you're you got to go through the sign up. But guys, take your time. Please take your time. It's very, very important. So guys, we'll be covering more tomorrow on our midweek call at 4 o'clock. Hopefully this has answered some direction. I know I started perhaps in a different direction than you anticipated, but I wanted to get everybody on the same kind of, same track as we are while we're doing this. What's the reason? What's the purpose? We're doing it to get eyeballs on Avazoo. You're doing it to get eyeball on Avazoo, but make some additional income as well at the same time. If you have, I just saw something coming from Wallace. If you have downloaded the app before and you are using the app, log in, make sure it works. I would not get rid of the old app. I would just continue with in your phone. If you log in and it doesn't work, then that's when you would download it and reset the new app, guys, just so you know. And I think that's about it till tomorrow. But yeah, I would keep with what you got, Wallace. If it doesn't work, then come back and re-download the app. Guys, we're going to do this, and I want to do this with you guys. So we can do it together, makes it a lot easier. Is there going to be some ups and downs and bumps in the road the next 66 weeks, 8 weeks while we do this? Absolutely. Because we're rolling out, 10 years of other ideas and concepts and businesses and putting it all in one package just to get eyeballs for, we're going to get hopefully millions of people that download the new app. And that company will make money, tremendous money for the advertisement that company gets. We're getting it so that everybody gets into that app, can play and match it, use the phone ringer, use order tracker, use iDoc, so on and so on and so on. They're getting all this product, but then they see Avazoo there. So it's our form of advertising. In the meantime, I would anticipate that you guys are, some of you are going to make a fortune. Guys, I'm not BSing. Okay, you only got to get one account. I know I've got reps. I've seen them get paid. Pops, as you know, passed away last May when we were in India. He got one account on a Monday and he made $12,000. And we laughed about it. On Tuesday, he went out and got another account that made him $16,000. That was the day later. We laughed about it. Later in that week, I think it was Thursday or Friday, he got one account that paid him $136,000 every month. Every month. So, guys, this just depends on the chains, the size, and when you see more stuff tomorrow, what these businesses are able to do, it's mind-blowing, and the value is such a good value. All right, so again, we're doing it for the eyeballs, but I would log into your app, log into the game, if you cannot play in the game, it means you have not yet got 3 lifelines. So it would give you 1 free game. So you got to go out and invite more lifelines and then have them tell them exactly, you're my lifeline. If I lose my phone, I'm relying on you to ring my phone for me and find it for me. And then they would do the same because they need 3 lifelines, or you can be one of them, which creates that snowball 1 to 3, 3 to 9, 9 to 27, 27 to 54, 54 to whatever the number is. Okay. All right, guys, be blessed. We start early tomorrow morning. From what I'm being told, Kirk is going to kick butt tomorrow. He's got a new presentation from everybody, and he's going to be rock and rolling. Paul done it for him last week. Paul's sick in bed right now. Been ill, so I know tomorrow Kirk's doing it. That's 10 o'clock New York time, followed by 11 o'clock for Jim. Jim asked me last night about some prayers for him and his family. Guys, I don't know what it is, but for Jim to ask, please do a prayer for Jim Wagner and his family, whatever struggles they're going through. I haven't had a chance to find out yet, but please add him to a prayer list. And then, of course, at 1 o'clock tomorrow, 4 o'clock New York time, we'll be doing a continuation training here. All right, guys, be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Did I miss anything, or are we all good to go?
I think we're all good to go.
All right. Adios, guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much. God bless. Love to all of you.